At the center of the investigation is believed to have planned a massive attack in New York City to coincide with the anniversary of September 11. We now know that he has made several trips to Canada as well, raising concerns over attempts to create a terror cell over the northern border. Zazi arrived in New York today to face his charges.
And Frank Gaffney is the president of the Center for Security Policy and a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. Frank, good to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
I have to admit, I'd be more comforted to know somehow, as sort of sick as this is, if all of these terror plots were somehow related. But the news this morning is that these are different. These are separate. Therefore, what does that tell us about the nature of this homegrown terrorism? If this was one plot, caught up with one net, well, this one plot's done. Now we've got to worry about multiple plots, maybe more out there potentially.
Well, look, it's, I think, very misleading to say these are not connected. It may not be in a strictly tactical or operational sense, but of course they're connected in what motivates them.
Right.
And what motivates them is what authoritative Islam calls Shariah. This is the program that is, by its adherents, supposed to be imposed on all of us. It requires jihad of either the violent kind or the stealthy kind, and it requires of people who aren't prepared to strap bombs on and do violence support for those who do. So in that sense, we've got evidence that there is a comprehensive effort underway around the world, not just here, to advance this Sharia program. And these cells or these individual plots may not know, strictly speaking, about each other or be coming together at a single moment because of some, higher command, but they are absolutely positively driven by one thing. And we've got to be clear about that, or we have no chance of countering the enemy that we're confronting.
So should we, Frank, be more concerned about that and worried, or should we be reassured, as so many folks are, about the coordination of our law enforcement with the FBI to foil these plots, some before they even got off the ground?
Look, it's heartening that we've stopped some of them, but there are guys who we're looking for who are still at large, associated with some of these plots, we believe. But the point I'm making is that if I'm right, and I believe I am, that Sharia is animating a far larger community of people than the ones we've tracked so far, let alone intercepted. And more to the point, if our law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, are not focusing on why these people are doing it, we're almost certainly missing an awful lot of other activities that are underway right now that have not materialized yet, and we can only pray that they won't.
All right, Frank Gaffney is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. Thank you so much, Frank, for joining us this morning here on Fox and Friends.